Welcome.
Yeah, man.
Some changes have been happening.
I know it looks a little different. Me and Robbie segregated again.
Wow.
I actually had a joke where we would have me and Adam on one side and then you and Stevie on one side. And then we were going to play like musical chairs again. But that brings us into bringing in our guest today, Adam.
Yeah. How you feeling, my boy?
The Sheriff Nelson.
Mr. Half Nelson.
He usually has a mustache.
Half Nelson.
That's
But he
not
had
the
to shave it
information
off.
You're supposed to put out,
They
but
pressed
thank
him
you
about
so
it.
much for having me on, gentlemen.
But you're not a sheriff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're talking about, bro. He's like a makeshift Peyton Manning.
that part.
But
Manning, bro.
we got Rob on the mic here, and I'm going to
Scary.
introduce Stevie this time. Stevie to my right, your guys' left. And then we also have Big
Grip,
Gift.
Big gift drip 10 from his walk. Half Nelson in the cut.
Yup. Everybody's here for the Sports U podcast, episode 94 at the helm. Yes, man, that's so many of these episodes. Welcome again to the Sports U podcast, where we read you sports
You
news.
listen to our stupid opinions.
Of course, we are back with the Sports U crew plus Adam. Let's get into a little bit of the quick hits here. So, the first quick hit, the Vikings beat the Packers.
How you feel about
Pay
that?
that
And with that one,
Pay that man.
if you guys are a longtime fan
Pay that
or
man.
even watched the last episode, I definitely made a bet about the Vikings. That thing's starting it again. Hey, Google, pause. Every time we say play, it just want to pop back up. But I got to pay this guy $20 right here. I put my money on drug-headed Aaron Rodgers.
You see how he was stumbling, bro?
And it wasn't.
Darius buffed his ass to the floor.
My whole thing was like, damn, bro. Like, why didn't you guys just lean on the run the whole time? Maybe it's because they got back so quickly.
I think that's really because they were getting some good runs, bro.
Yeah.
They really did.
I mean, that and the Vikings in this offense are crazy. Justin Jefferson
They're
with 2
getting
touchdowns in the first half.
Bro, he had like
Sheesh.
I think he had over 150 yards in the first
Yeah,
half, bro.
that's man.
He was super hyped about the new head coach and how he was all into offensive side. McVay disciple, I guess you could say, a follower.
Was he under McVay?
He was under McVay.
He was,
Oh,
bro.
wow.
I think during the 2020 season.
when it was still
And then 2021 he went
Goff,
somewhere
Jared
else.
Goff. Okay.
I went ahead and paid Stevie the $20. Fuck you, Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You're on my bad list, but I
Can't-
still believe in
Don't
them
take
to win
him
the
on
division,
week
man.
win, bro. I don't know.
Golly.
Clark?
I don't know. Cause
Bro,
if they
the
lose to
defense,
Minnesota
It wasn't the
again,
defense's
it's
fault.
not happening.
he did not give the defense a chance to even compete in this game.
No.
So it was not his fault. And the Vikings, of course, they really took advantage of everything. Even Jair was
Bro,
saying that, hey,
they
I
were
should
getting some
take
crazy
Justin.
sacks.
And Jair got blown by when he was faced up with Justin Jefferson on that one single play.
He had like 2-3 plays with him. It was
2
a
or
few-
3?
It was a few. He had a few more plays with him than that. But yeah, there was a play where Justin Jefferson like went out of bounds, so it was an incompletion. But then the one where he broke free like that, crazy.
Tough.
Crazy.
Well, let's get on to the next one. Another one that's kind of going to be for me here. The Rams lose to the Bills in the season
man.
opener here. I was predicting it. I felt like we didn't really have a good offseason.
Yeah. I was
talked about this
wrong.
already?
Yeah.
What's up?
We didn't talk about.
this episode?
We talked.
We talked about it last episode. This is a quick hit.
Pre-game.
Oh, okay.
We talked about it as a pre-game
Okay.
thing, bro.
Okay, but
No,
Yeah.
they lost, dude. That's what I was
They
expecting.
lost.
We didn't even have a good offseason, and we definitely came out crazy. I remember, though, I said one thing right and one thing wrong. Von Miller, I said he wasn't going to be a factor. Boy, was I wrong.
told
He fucked it up.
Two sacks.
Another thing, you're right.
Two
Y'all
sacks.
line is
Another
trouble,
thing,
bro.
yes.
Yeah,
we
that
were talking about
O-line is
Andrew Whitworth
sketchy.
being gone,
Y'all
and now
line is
you have to
some
deal with that
trouble,
part.
bro. That was a real serious thing that kind of
Stop it.
bro, honestly.
Get some help.
We're definitely going to need some help on the offensive line. It's pretty bad here.
Yeah,
But that's with
is
the
that,
Rams,
Is
really.
that a concern moving further into the
It
future?
should be.
Yeah, I think
It
so,
should be.
but I also think that we're going to be able to make adjustments. It's
part
been
of it,
proven.
Part of it was obviously yes, the Bills D line is that serious. It's not like I said. It's not just Von Miller. they were good before Von Miller came there. It's pretty much
No,
like
yeah.
how when Von Miller was on y'all
No,
squad
Yeah.
last year,
You're
bro.
right. They
That's
were
really
good.
what it
And
is.
then- and then
Good
another thing
before
is-
Von Miller got there. Now they're great.
Yeah,
Because
he makes
Von-
everybody else
because
bet on
Von
the
gets
line.
the doubles, but
Yes.
those dudes in the middle were already crazy though. That's what I'm saying. Oliver and Russo, bro, they rack shit.
Bro, I knew Oliver was a good defensive tackle, right?
Yeah,
Bro, he is fucking insane.
they're crazy.
It's nice.
He is insane because I think he had a sack. I remember that. I want to say he had 2 for some reason.
Both of them had some.
But he had.
I think they had like 6 or 7
They
sacks
had,
on
a,
them.
they had a lot
They
of
had a
pressure
lot.
though. That was crazy.
Yeah, even-
and it seems
even
like if you
outside
put a
of
lot
that,
of
they did.
pressure, what the fuck? You see me just lag there?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. I'm gonna be honest with you. It wasn't too bad.
No, I
Do
did.
your
It's
shit,
just,
bro.
but nah. It seems like if you apply a lot of pressure to Matt Stafford, that's like when his nerves.
Well,
get
that's
riled up.
what's with everybody
That's with the
though, and
quarterback,
he was
though,
able to do
and
a
he's
good
not
amount.
mobile either, bro. So
wasn't
it's just-
terrible.
It just is what it is.
No,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
mean,
he could've-
No,
been
but I
worse.
mean, you see dudes like Joe Burrow gets like a lot of pressure on him, and he still makes good passes.
He can run way better than Matt
True,
Stafford though too.
True.
I think he's definitely more pocket presence. He can move around. His mobility is definitely better, and
Yeah.
they both have that certain type of clutch gene where they can scramble and make something happen. Though,
Yeah.
would I say one's better than the other? I would say Joe's just a little bit better.
Yeah, 'cause he's
But he
younger.
did not look like that in this last game here. He was going up against the Steelers. We were talking about that one for just a little bit
First
there.
off,
That was a
first
crazy
off,
game in general,
yeah,
though, bro.
What a crazy game!
That was just a crazy
Did you
game.
get a chance to
Okay,
see it?
but do you like
Uh,
that? I don't think that
What-
it's a
what do you
crazy
mean, do
game
I
because
like
a
that?
lot of what we didn't expect to happen with those teams happened.
Right.
But-
I didn't expect both teams to miss 2 field goals.
I didn't expect
What?
their PAT to get blocked,
How
bro.
about, how about
That's
this?
game
I
there.
didn't expect Joe Burrow to have 5 picks.
He had 4.
4.
Was it 4
But
or 5?
even-
I think he had 5.
It was 4.
My bad, you
But
had
even
5.
yeah,
Sorry.
you're right. I agree with that. But again, even with the 4 picks, it was still this close, and it came down to all this kicking shit, bro.
I definitely
Yeah.
did not expect him to have 4 picks. For
No,
sure.
I didn't.
That
But
is fucking insane.
we still got to remember that's still the Steelers defense, dog.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yes, 'cause
So
Cameron Hayward on the line is fucking crazy.
TJ Watt, even though he's hurt,
Minka
Yes, that's
Fitzpatrick-
what sucks.
Minka
Yes,
Minka
yes.
but
Fitzpatrick is crazy.
Minka was going crazy.
Minka is crazy.
And, yeah,
Here's the thing. I feel like for them, they just have a lot of good levels on that defense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I think it's something that's easy to really expect.
Mhm.
But I say we just kind of get into this next one here
For
as
sure.
well, because we were getting into the Broncos just a little bit last week as well.
Mhm.
And we were saying how it wasn't going to be so much of a real battle between them two, and that
And it
the
kinda
Broncos
was.
were going to. It wasn't something that we
It
wanted to talk about
was-
because it was a
Nah,
primetime game, but we didn't expect
It was
that.
forced
Yeah.
to be a close game, but because of errors, bro.
I mean, yeah, the errors happen. Maybe it's because it's the first game, but I still expect Russell to clean up
Them
those
boys-
mistakes. That's what you got him for, right? That's why you paid him all that money for.
I don't think it's
Sierra.
Russ's.
What's up?
That's why he got Sierra.
Yeah, he has nothing to
What
worry
does
about,
that
bro.
have to do with
He's losing, but he's still winning when he goes
You're
home.
saying it's all. You're saying Russ is supposed to clean everything up, but if you have your running backs fumbling in the red zone, what the fuck can he clean up from that?
And
That's
exactly
crazy.
what
He
I
had a
was
chance
about
at
to
the
say,
end. That's a
bro.
good
He had a chance at the end.
At the end, yes. And again, their coach also chose not to go for it when they should have went.
Yeah,
for it.
that's
Like,
wild, bruh. 4th
It's
and
too
5.
like who
bro,
does
go for
who
that.
Who does that?
What is this, Pete Carroll all
It's
over again?
it's Geno Smith.
Yeah, I like
Is
what
this
you just
Pete
said right
Carroll
now.
all over again?
Because Pete Carroll was conservative. He got with
Exactly.
an offensive-minded
Bro.
head coach and Nathaniel
Who-
Hackett, right?
who
That's his
ca-
name.
Who cares?
Yeah,
Who
so-
cares about the
Yeah,
conservative
exactly.
plays,
He's
bro?
Like-
He didn't
offensive-minded,
pay you
so
all
why is
this
he being
money
so
to be
conservative?
And
conservative.
look at all the weapons on that side,
Right.
and that Jerry
Yeah.
Jeudy connection was really working for them too. So I agree with that part. But
He's
like
the
you were
only
saying,
touchdown.
there was already a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
So why kind
the
of make it
compounding
more?
mistakes.
Go
mean-
for the safe win. I mean, I
Okay,
get it though.
The
It's a-
decision
it's a
that
really
was
long
made
one.
is on the coach, though. That's not Russ.
Honestly,
I
No,
think that he
that
had
was on the
chances to
coach.
win though.
Well, I mean,
They
the
did.
same.
They
could be
also
said
took a chance to win.
with like
They
Peyton
did.
Manning, right? The same could go on the coach, but Peyton Manning takes the initiative, right, to overthrow the
well,
coach's
see, but
opinion.
here's the difference about Peyton Manning, though. His
Peyton
name
Manning-
is Peyton Manning,
yeah,
and that's
Peyton Manning-
Russell Wilson.
Peyton
I
Manning
feel like
was-
they're
if
almost.
Peyton Manning calls a timeout, like Ryan Clark has said earlier, if Peyton, no, not Ryan Clark,
Peyton Manning was kind of the on-field coach.
Right,
I
so
see, okay.
you
Awesome.
Alright.
can't
I think
challenge.
that's well
you can't
put.
challenge Peyton Manning.
Well, I think this is another thing though too.
say
about
we
him.
can't
So
challenge
they have
Tom
a
Brady.
brand new head coach, and this guy is new
Yeah.
to this franchise too.
But
So it's
he's
kind
got
of like
good
a power
reputation
thing.
for offense. so-
Like if thinking about Russ's personality, he's gonna how do you say it, like take a second, like party to the coach, like whatever the coach says first. I'm gonna throw my opinion in it, but like whatever the coach says first.
yeah.
If he's been there for a while and he kind of knows the style of how they want to coach or how they want to play,
Yeah.
most likely they would have went for it
This is their
already.
first game
I'd say
together,
6-7 games in, if this never happened, they would have went for it. But because it's the first game,
Yeah.
they're trying to win. Like
Yeah.
it seemed like it was a good spot. I think here's the thing: if he makes it, everything goes well. But we're
Right.
still talking about how they underperformed against a Seattle
The
Seahawks team.
I see.
That and the only
But
thing,
that's the only narrative that
Yeah.
changed. So basically, they didn't play up to their status,
Okay.
and that's a
Alright.
bad thing when you're talking about a division where
I
it's
feel-
very crazy.
My would
A lot of
for
competition.
me like with some of the mistakes, like wouldn't you say that's on like some of these offensive guys having like a little nerves on them because we realize we have a not Drew Lock playing here and this guy's been somewhere before.
Yeah, no, I think it's first game of the whole season.
Do you-
So let's
do you
take
think
that
Jerry
even
Jeudy
out
was
of it. I
nervous?
think that's part of it.
I'm not
No,
saying Jerry
that doesn't
Jeudy
apply to
is,
everybody,
like-
but it does
like-
apply
I'm
to the
just-
whole
no,
team.
No, I'm just saying like what you had said before, because before it's
Okay,
like, okay,
Melvin-
we're with
okay.
Drew Lock. We're not playing for shit.
Yeah.
We got Russell Wilson now. We're playing for something.
Again, but okay, but with
Expectations,
the fumbles came from the running back. So, Melvin Gordon fumbles the football. The other guy, I think this is only his second year. I don't think he has a
He's-
reputation to
yeah,
fumble the football
yeah,
like that.
I-
Javonte Williams, is that his name, bro?
I think so.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't think
not
he has a
100%
reputation
sure.
to be a
But
fumbler.
it's just wild to see because I think he was at the goal line and fumbled it.
Both
Like, bro,
were-
you're
Yeah,
at the
that's tough.
goal line?
Both of them were in the red
It was
zone,
tough.
bro.
You're in
Like,
the
yeah,
red zone
one
fumbling
was
like
at the
that?
goal line,
Sub.
but both were in the red zone, bro. That's
Bro,
not
that's
good.
terrible.
That's a momentum killer.
It's definitely a good conversation, but we got to get into the next one. These are the
Oh,
quick
yeah.
hits.
Go ahead.
Let's make these last three quick, and I'm sure that we want to spend a little bit more time on one of them. Eagles defensive coordinator Gannon on giving up 35 points to the Lions. We need to improve quick, and we will. We were speaking about the Eagles and how we had them a full vote on how they'll win the division.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they did give up 35 points to these Lions, and we were bragging about, at least I was, Jordan Davis,
Hey, yeah, the Lions.
Fletcher
We kinda
Cox,
shitted on the Lions too.
And,
though.
Bradbury.
The Lions.
and we
is-
and we also did shit on the
Hey,
Lions.
hey.
So for us to shit on the Lions,
Hey,
and then they prove us wrong in
Detroit.
that way. A lot of it was in garbage time, though. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with
That's
you.
Yeah,
true, too.
but
That's
So it's
true,
not
too.
like they
I
were
gotta give it to
trying.
y'all.
They already had it in the
I
bag.
gotta
It felt
give
like.
to y'all.
Yeah, because they had like when I last looked at their score, it was like 38-21, and I was like, oh yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
And then I saw the final score, I was like,
Well,
oh.
here's my biggest thing. I expected more from the defense. They gave up some garbage time stuff, so I'm
Well,
not
yeah,
gonna
they-
hold it up to them. But
Well,
it is
'cause
something
they mailed
like
it in.
you
like,
want to keep an eye on them
They
now.
mailed it in like Carolina, like Cleveland did.
We'll see
Yeah.
what happens on that one. But we're
Speaking
again.
of Cleveland,
Oh, go ahead.
guess who didn't get their revenge? As the
Nigga.
Cleveland Browns.
Bro, he's a
And I said they were gonna win too.
I picked him too.
I picked them to win. Damn, Baker.
The one
It was all of
time I
us.
picked this
Damn,
dude.
Baker.
I'm glad I didn't bet money.
Wow. I've never put money on Baker Mayfield, but wow.
I mean,
By
that
2
further
points.
doubles
I'm
down
not
that.
bad.
Then on top of that, you had 4 interceptions with 1 touchdown. And you feel betrayed?
Sam Darnold could have did that, dog.
Did he have 4?
Josh Rosen
I thought he
coulda
only
did
had
that.
2.
He had 4
he might
interceptions.
have had 2, but
Bro,
he didn't
4?
play great. They were
Yeah, he had
batting.
like f- like-
they
it was
they
like
were
4
slap. They were
interceptions.
deflecting a lot of his
That shit was
passes, though,
bad.
bro. He was getting
I
his
don't think he
passes
had 4, but-
deflected, and then like he played shit the first 3 quarters. By the
It wasn't
fourth
good.
quarter, like Cleveland mailed it in because they were like, yeah, this nigga's not gonna come back, and that's when he got all.
Stamp that.
That's when he got all his touchdowns. Like honestly, even the plays where like they got like big yardage, like the Browns just broke down, bro.
It was
They were
it
just
was bad, yeah.
breakdowns, bro. Like not even like
It was kind of like garbage time. The same thing that we were speaking about the Lions.
It's literally that's it, bro. It was garbage time. I mean, and
No, my
he's
bad.
good for a garbage
was-
time performance, anyways.
I think
My
he had
bad.
2.
He got sacked 4 times and had 1 interception.
1 interception.
My bad.
Yeah,
He
1
got sacked
interception.
4 times.
4 interceptions. I feel like
He
that would
had
have been
some fumbles.
everywhere.
He had some fumbles though.
I
He had
seen
some
that too.
fumbles.
He did.
He had
oh,
some fumbles,
it was
bro.
4 fumbles.
Yeah, 4 fumbles.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was 4 fumbles.
That's something he ain't fixed.
Yes.
Well, the
yes,
Browns
yes,
go
yes.
into week 2. I think they're going to be playing a good team. I forget who they're playing. I think it might be the Steelers.
I thought it was the Jaguars.
It may be a team in
Or
their
it might be the
division.
I thought it was
Jaguars.
the Jags next week.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I haven't really looked into that just yet.
I'll look it up.
All right, go
Continue
ahead.
with the next one.
Yes. So we have, I think this is the biggest one, and then we'll skip the last
Yeah.
one. The Phoenix Suns owner Robert Sarver suspended for a year and fined $10 million
They
for
play the
the
Jets
use
next week.
the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, that should be an
It's a
easy win.
dub.
Sox
Yeah.
is cool, but
For the use of the N-word
stop the whole
and
team.
misconduct in the workplace.
Yeah, that's wild.
yeah, that's wild.
Robert Sarver, the
So-
guy who owns the Phoenix
Phoenix
Suns.
Suns.
He also owns the Phoenix Mercury.
What I have to
Hey,
ask?
bro.
What ethnicity is this
This
gentleman?
is a white
White.
man.
White
That's
man.
crazy.
And this guy also has a history of having sexual misconduct inside of the organization, the business.
Bro, what and after what
Very
he said to
outspoken.
the pregnant woman, I don't want to repeat it again, but like
Hmm?
that guy's wild.
What did
so
he say to the pregnant
there
woman?
was so he had a pregnant employee there, and pretty much he was like, once you have that baby, you're kind of useless to me. So you're like, gonna
Oh,
get
yeah, I remember that.
replaced." No, dead ass. He's like, once you have that baby, like you're pretty much gonna get replaced.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn, bro, that's sick.
Do you want Adam? From an outsider kind of looking in
That's
here,
so
right? You
crazy.
think of a distinguished league like the NBA.
That dude's
Would you
different.
want an owner to be able to do that kind of, I guess, have that kind of power and then have no consequences?
Not at all. Like, we're all fair, you know. If I can't do something, you can't do something, you know.
Right.
But I will say, no one should be able to speak to anybody like that. That's disrespectful.
Right.
crazy,
That's
bro.
Yeah.
crazy.
Right? Okay, but now you got to think about it. He was suspended for a year. Is that something that you feel like is good enough punishment for a billionaire? He was also, again, fined $10 million.
What does the suspension do,
10
though?
mil.
Exactly
Just means
right.
He
He's not
can't be
allowed
around the
He's
team.
just
Maybe
not allowed to be in the
for-
facility. That's it. But I mean, like, what does that like?
He's still getting his
Well, hold on.
pockets
What
Well,
does
yeah,
filled.
that
let me see
do?
what he wants to say. Like a year.
That's.
How do you feel? Dude, would you rather them kick this like owner out because they have the ability to do that if a couple things go through?
He said you said the N word, right?
He has a history of sexual misconduct within the organization. Also,
And
some
he's
more
using
misconduct in the
racial slurs.
workplace while using the N word. Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's got to go. He's got to
Yeah.
go. Hey, one and done. He's got to go.
I
They
mean,
got a Donald Sterling, this guy.
So 1 year suspension
That's
isn't good
crazy.
enough.
Not
because I
at
mean,
all.
my whole thing is like, when you're using the N word, there's malice behind that. Like you're not just
Maybe an
Bro,
agenda.
Bro,
yeah,
you-
like
bro,
you're purposely
the
like
total package is
Yeah.
wild, though, because even, like, okay, he has a suspension, but y'all really want to keep this dude around? Like, no, he's not in all the interviews. He's not like the players. You see his face all the time, but people around there still know that's the owner. You want to give
Exactly.
Do you want that he's representing the league?
Yeah.
You
I-
want that representation of the
And
NBA from
that's the
that
biggest
type
thing.
of person?
That's
bro?
what I
Like,
wanted to
that's
kind of hear
crazy.
from Adam, and you're completely right. I two things that I kind of heard from just spokesmen that I was hearing from is there's two things that it's now the responsibility of the players
Yeah.
to do certain protests like they were doing. Donald Sterling, who was talking with I think it was his wife at the time or ex-wife,
Girlfriend.
yeah.
about who
Mistress.
she should hang out with.
minorities?
Yeah, those
Isn't
black
it
men.
weird how Chris
But Magic
Paul's
Johnson.
in another situation?
Bruh,
that?
Exactly.
I was thinking that, bruh.
Yeah.
That shit is what a full fucking circle, man.
How
So
many
that-
teams? Man, that's the
That's
second team, bro.
crazy. Now that makes because the first with the Donald Sterling situation,
Crazy.
and now Robert Sarver is like, all right, bro, who else?
Yeah, exactly.
Is
Who
Chris
else,
Paul
bro?
exposing them?
Imagine.
No, because what you do in the
course
dark will
not.
come to the light.
Yeah, okay, I feel that.
Always.
I feel that.
Shout out my mom, but
Well, here's
Yeah.
another thing, is that now they could take it to a vote if it kind of becomes that direction of trying to kick him out, and then it would be on getting like 75% of the votes from the
Yeah.
owners.
Because they're trying to get the
They
commission.
want a harsher
Yeah.
punishment.
Well, they're just trying to get him to outright strip him of the team. And
I
all
mean,
that,
you
bro.
should, bro. You should.
I mean,
will
if
say-
you're
you're
saying
I think
right.
the
shit
media's
like
doing that, not the owners though. The media's like really trying to
the
strip
media's
that
doing
shit.
that because
Yeah.
guess who said something? Braun.
Already?
Yeah,
Of course he did.
said something today.
Yeah.
He should.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
But-
still,
But you gotta
Yeah.
go, bro, because there's no room for that. There's no room
Yeet
for
that man out of
There's
here,
no
man.
room for that,
Get
bro.
him outta
You
here.
give this man that room, that
as a black player, bro, like, how do you
Yeah.
look at that man the same?
How I walk into the
Knowing
building
if
like,
you didn't
wanting
know
to
that
play.
about him beforehand, how do you look at him the
said, "Oh
same?
Lord Jesus,
It's
it's
a
a fire."
fire.
There's a fire in the Suns organization, not a good one.
No.
But we'll have to leave that one to bed.
DeAndre Ayton got paid though.
Yeah, he did get paid. Coming out of his pocket though, I don't mind it no more.
Yeah. Speaking of pockets, that man Brett Favre.
Oh,
wow.
and we'll end it on this.
Oh,
We'll end it on
man.
this.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
end
end on
this
this
is the
one.
last quick hit. So when you sent that to me this morning,
What
I
happened?
think,
What is it?
so Brett Favre,
Brett Favre is a group
Green
of
Bay,
individuals
legendary
from
Green Bay
Minnesota-
quarterback,
from Mississippi. I should correct
is
myself.
currently being investigated in a. Is that embezzlement? That's embezzlement.
Yeah.
When like
definitely.
you're taking
It's
somebody else's
embezzlement,
money
bro.
and using it for something else.
Embezzlement for sure.
Yeah, that's
Fraud.
so for $5 million for putting that
welfare money.
of
welfare money, bro.
and using
To
it to
build-
build a volleyball stadium
Oh.
at the University
Yeah.
of Missouri.
And a couple other things, but him and the guys that were getting the money are using it for their personal
One dude was an
Just
ex-senator,
fools,
no, an
bro.
ex-governor.
An ex-governor,
all corrupt, all
Yeah.
politicians, bro.
ex-wrestler dude. I think they said it was Ted DiBiase or something like that, bro.
Bro, why did
Really?
he do this?
Yes,
for
bro.
volleyball court?
Yeah, bro. It was like a group of
What?
like him and other individuals from Mississippi, bro. They're taking money from Mississippi welfare too, bro.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's like one of the like that's not a rich state for one.
Right.
Two, all of you men have made millions.
Yeah.
Millions
Real talk.
already.
The
You have
concept.
the money to fund all the things you're borrowing money for.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, just
Fuck Brett Favre,
He's
bro.
like, I don't got
Oh, there it is.
no more. I don't got no
Stop,
more
bro.
copper
There it
money.
is.
That's crazy.
No copper money or
They
Wrangler
show
money.
that commercial every damn other day, bro. Old people, you watch an old person channel, bro. You gonna see that commercial. Copper
Real
fit.
talk.
Yeah.
Old ass
All
bread.
right,
They
well,
need it.
Let's start this. Let's get into the hits. Give me an R2
All right.
Yeah,
Bob.
bro. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, we definitely got to get into all of the NFL.
Yes, sir. So
We
the
got-
first game tomorrow, actually.
Is it the first game? I just know this is like one of the primetime
Well,
games.
the
I
first
think.
game
Thursday,
the
bro.
First game this
Oh,
week.
Thursday. Yeah.
First
Okay,
game
there we
this
go.
week. We got the Chiefs at the Chargers.
Let me bring it in here.
Oh, so it is at the Chargers' house.
Yes, at the Chargers.
Ooh.
So Patrick Mahomes looked like
Gibbs
he
getting a
was
ticket.
in mid-season form against the Cardinals and used all of his weapons
Gave
in
me plenty
Kelsey,
fantasy points.
Edwards-Helaire, and even Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
The Chargers were able to squeak by the Raiders in their home opener
barely,
as well,
barely.
but
Barely.
lose
Barely.
Keenan Allen to injury for the week.
Hamstring.
Yeah.
That's
My
cr-
question
He
to
getting up
y'all:
there.
who wins between the Chiefs and the Chargers to take the lead in the division?
All right,
Now-
you ready?
What?
Chargers. I said
Okay.
this is the year the Chiefs are going to take a back seat in the division.
That's fair.
Chargers.
After that first week,
It's
that
That's
week was
fair.
okay.
crazy.
After that first
You
week,
said
but think
that,
about it.
so he's
Did
standing
y'all
on it.
see the windows that Justin Herbert was finishing them passes in?
Yeah, no,
I
he's
did.
he's different.
No, he
Bro.
was going crazy.
And
for
the
sure.
fact that you had put so much pressure to get him to try and contain him on the line with
Yeah.
Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, and he's still beating that, still running to get first downs and making good plays out of the pressure like that.
Okay.
But he's a mobile. He can move.
No, I know
bro.
he's a mobile quarterback,
He can move, bro.
and then two, Khalil Mack had a good game.
You're right.
He
Joey
did.
Bosa had a good game.
That line is
He did.
crazy.
The line is good.
I think both of them kind of headlined the edge rushers, and they're
Yeah.
rightfully so doing what they were expected
Sebastian
to do.
Yes.
Joseph Day has some
Sebastian
plays.
Joseph
bro,
Day.
Yes,
bro,
Derwin
he was on
James
when he was
has
on the
some good
Rams.
coverages.
Great, Derwin James is
Derwin
always a
James
dog.
has some good
Yeah.
coverages.
He's doing his shit. So you're speaking about Justin Herbert, right? In the second quarter,
Yeah.
already, Herbert had 16 completions to 8 different receivers.
Yeah.
8 different
I saw that
receivers.
pop- I saw
That-
that
I
stat
was
pop up,
watching.
too.
I was watching the
I was
game.
like, that's crazy.
Dude, who's Carter? who's the new fullback that they got in the first round? I think his last name was like Hoover or something like that. He was throwing to everybody and anybody.
he was.
It feels like he's taking this
all
next
the
step.
running backs, all the receivers, anyone.
That and Derek
tight
Carr
ends,
can't throw
everything.
16 times to Devontae Adams.
No, yeah, they were doing
That's
that.
Bro,
That was too
he-
much,
that's
bro.
how-
Well, him and
That
Darren
was too
Waller,
much,
they didn't
bro.
involve Hunter Renfro
Bro,
pretty
they-
much
they
at all.
only
Hunter
got-
Renfro got like
so
the
Hunter Renfro
random
got-
third down.
Yeah, I
Hunter
think
Renfro got 6
Roberts had better
targets.
than him.
Hunter Renfro got 6 targets. Darren Waller got 6 targets. Devontae Adams got 16.
That's
You can't just throw it
insane.
straightly to Devontae.
no.
And not even that like, oh, this is my boy, I'm going to feed him. Nah, fuck with that. Like, that's
Josh
a new
Mc-
toy. That's
yeah.
a great toy to have.
And I'm
I
putting
get
that
it.
on Josh
But
McDaniels
you
too,
also
bro.
have, yes, but you also have so many other receivers that can make a play too.
No,
you can't
but-
just feed all Devontae.
You're right. And the thing is, Josh McDaniels, you're coming from New England. You've never put the program around one receiver like that.
Right.
So why the fuck are you doing that with Devontae
Right.
now?
What do you don't think that is Derek Carr that's kind of force feeding it to him too? I would. I mean, it's Devontae Adams.
No, Derek
I
Carr
think
was
it's
force
both.
feeding a lot of
I
shit
think it's
because
both.
like
He
you see
force
the-
fed
you
Darren
see the
Waller.
interceptions
He
had.
definitely force fed him because
Yeah.
that's why he had them interceptions like that too. But
Yeah, for sure.
some of them designs,
He
were-
kept trying to
they
go
were-
for the
they were
home
probably
run play at
designed
the wrong
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Who do you got in this one, Stevie? Chargers or Chiefs?
I know I picked the Chargers to win the division, but I think for this game, I'm going to go Chiefs, bro. Because the Chiefs were, I mean, I know we don't think highly of the Cardinals' defense.
Not
but,
anymore.
What? No, the Cardinals. Oh, okay, the Cardinals.
The
I thought you said
Cardinals
Chargers.
defense.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Cardinals defense, we don't think highly of them, but Mahomes smoked them boys. And regardless of what we think of their defense, 5 touchdowns is 5 touchdowns. No Bozo is doing that to just any defense.
Drew Lock's
either,
not
bro.
doing that.
I don't think
Geno
so.
Smith
No.
not doing that.
He and shit.
Don't bring those
he
guys
got to
up
see.
right now.
They got to see the Cardinals twice, and I don't think they're gonna do that any of them games.
Definitely not.
So
Ooh, that
exactly,
they do?
same division, bro. So yeah, that shit
Who?
not happening.
The Seahawks?
Cardinals, Seahawks.
Yeah. Screw
yeah,
that game.
all them boys in the
We
same
already talked about
division.
that.
So yeah, that's just not happening. But on top of that, like the Keenan Allen thing, like
That's a
I
big
think,
deal.
I
It is a
think
big deal.
I think Justin Herbert can still spread the ball.
Yeah,
But
he proved that.
yeah, Keenan Allen is like Keenan Allen. I feel like even though Mike Williams may be number one, I feel like Keenan Allen is still the guy that opens it up for him because
Yeah.
he's smart and has experience and know how to move around on the field. And him and Justin Herbert do have like all of them have a connection with Justin Herbert if we keep it at 1,000.
Yeah.
But Keenan Allen, his veteran presence being there allowed Justin Herbert to grow and be the dude we see today.
Well,
too.
even with Allen, you still open it up for the rest of the receivers, and
Yeah.
Mike Williams one-on-one with anybody. I'm possibly taking Mike Williams the whole time.
I mean,
Way
how can
bigger
you-
receiver,
how can you not?
just
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
overall total.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, I'm gonna take the Chiefs as well, and the reason why I'm gonna take the Chiefs is because Patrick Mahomes just is the gel of everything. Continuation of what they had in the first week will continue to go into the second week. I think
They're
being
justified in not paying Tyreek.
well
To me.
yes, I felt like that in the beginning, even though I feel like honestly that guy might be the best receiver in the league when you consider all that he brings to the table and how much attention he has.
Next is Devontae.
I
But let me
agree.
get back into this part. It just continued from last season, already in midseason form. Like I completely agree with that part. They have just enough on that line too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris Jones is a big part of that.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd be scared about on this one, and think about it this way, the Chiefs are playing at home too, so that's nothing to scoff at.
Definitely not.
No.
I think the biggest part of it is you would have to consider to the Chargers line and what they're going to do to Mahomes. But I've seen Mahomes scramble out of so many different pockets
Yeah.
that become these big plays. I think that it looked like he already had that energy or that camaraderie with his new receivers.
Yeah.
I think it drags into this next week, and those guys, they just start wiping the walls with these Chargers.
well,
It's going to be a high-scoring game, though.
Even what you
It is
saying
gonna be a
about him being a
high-scoring
better scrambler though, I think his line's better than the Raiders' O line, bro. It's better.
I would
too.
say that he makes it better. They had a history of being
Maybe.
better, but I think the Raiders have a better line right now. They're pretty stacked all the way around. I could be wrong.
They have not been stacked
that's my
the last
belief.
2 years, bro.
Bro,
They have not been
had some
stacked
pretty
the
good
last 2
lines.
years.
That's why Josh Jacobs is so good as well. I mean, he's not something to
Not-
scoff at, but that
no.
line opens it up for him.
I think
Derek Carr is really well with
Josh
a good line too.
is
Josh Jacobs is
solid,
just-
but
yeah,
not
Josh-
because of that line.
I'm not saying like a Zeke,
Maybe
how
it's
Zeke
like-
was,
It's
but I definitely think that they play a part in it, and that's in having
No,
a
but
good
when
line.
when I think
And it's
of,
hard
like,
to tough with. It's
like-
hard to rank lines.
Their
Yeah,
line's
it's
not
hard.
that great.
But when, like
It's middle of the pack
yeah, because like when I think of
think it's
like
good.
like
at best.
like Josh Jacobs as a good running back, I kind of think of like Darren Sproles back in the day. Like that's who like Josh Jacobs
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of in a sense.
I think Josh Jacobs is more power and less receiving. Darren Sproles did a lot of receiving. A lot of receiving.
True. Yeah.
And he also returned kicks and stuff, and Josh Jacobs doesn't really
He
do
get
that at
injured
all.
too much for them to even
He
fucking
does
think
get
about
injured,
that,
yeah.
bro.
But that's what we have. We have Chargers,
Oh, yeah, who you taking?
Chiefs, Raiders
Raiders
in a
fuck
game that doesn't exist. Let's get on to the next one right here, though. We have the Vikings that took $20 from me versus
Fucking Lions.
the Eagles.
the Eagles.
Oh.
No,
interesting.
those are the quick hits as we reminisce. The
No,
topics we
I
talk
thought-
about the
I thought
future.
they were gonna play the Lions this week or something. That's probably next week though.
Oh, excuse me. I was thinking about the Eagles, and the Eagles play the Lions. I'm a dummy. But Vikings at Eagles. Vikings come off a huge win to Green Bay and take on the Eagles, who could not get away from the Lions until the very end.
Yeah.
The Eagles bring in
Who's
a
home this
stout
game?
run game. What's up?
Who's home?
Eagles. It's going to be in Philly, where 4 different Eagles got rushing touchdowns.
yeah.
And A.J. Brown, of course, had a big role in that last game.
Yep.
They were force feeding him the same way that you're talking about Devontae Adams. But the Vikings on the other end, with their new head coach under O'Connell, were able to really do a lot of damage through Justin Jefferson right there.
Yeah.
That definitely comes in part with Kirk Cousins, the ultimate system quarterback. In this week's Monday night matchup, who do you have? The Vikings or the hometown Eagles? I'll go first on this one
Go ahead.
Okay.
because we picked the Eagles to win the division.
Yeah.
All of us did.
Yeah.
You guys picked the Vikings to win that division. I had the Packers in
Yeah.
that one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like watching what I seen in the last game that the Vikings should pull it out. But I'm going to go with the Eagles because here's the reason why the Vikings should pull it out, because the Lions were able to fucking destroy this defense.
Mm-hmm.
At least in garbage time. They were able to do that to the Packers, so they should win this game. But it being Philly, I think that definitely plays a big part. I think the defense is going to be playing a lot better than it did in this last week.
They should.
And at the same time, Devontae Smith didn't get any real work. Maybe it's because he wasn't able to get separation. But if he gets going, as well as this same run game, and it feels like Jalen Hurts just kind of brings a little headache to the defensive side just because he's able to do the read options and run.
I think Jalen Hurts.
They have a lot of things going.
Jalen Hurts is kind of like taking this like personal this year. Like I think he made in that first game. It was.
I wouldn't pay
good.
him. I don't want to let us.
Okay.
I don't want to say change the topic into that, but the Eagles will win this game
Okay.
in my true beliefs.
Man.
But yeah, the Vikings should win this game, but they won't, because I believe that the defense will show up a lot better than it did in this last game.
Okay.
But like you were kind of saying with Jalen, I think he's productive. I think they can get 2 places. But is he a guy that I'm going to pay the same way I'm paying all these other cats? I have a theory.
he's not worth $200 million. I
He's
agree
not,
with you on
man.
that.
Well, that's what he wants. That's what he's going to want eventually.
What did Dak Prescott
It
get?
doesn't matter. What
Way
the
more
fuck
than
he
that,
wa-
like 240 or something.
It's not even gonna matter what he wants though. Because
Maybe 300 almost.
What it's not even gonna matter what he wants, because when you put his resume up to the guys who actually got that, then that's where he's gonna have to say, oh, because he hasn't won a playoff game.
Does he stack
still.
up with those guys?
No,
Exactly.
he still hasn't won a
right?
playoff game. He's not leading the league. He hasn't led the league in any stats really, maybe outside of rushing. But bro, you're the quarterback. We don't care about that necessarily.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're too high on the Eagles here, and you're riding the Vikings in this last week to
Well,
victory.
It's not even that
So-
I'm not high on the Eagles, and what I'm saying is like not even like that has no weight on my opinion for this game. I am taking the Vikings though,
Okay.
because yeah, I feel like they're like based off of what they just showed in week 1, they should be able to continue that. yes, I do think the Eagles defense will play better than whatever they just did last week because that was pretty crazy. But I feel like it may be a tight game, but maybe like low 20s. But I still say Vikings.
I actually think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I can expect it to be like that. I feel like after what I seen this last week, maybe even in the garbage time.
Well,
But
I feel like the only way
they both have some pretty nice offenses. I feel like they have a lot of weapons on both ends.
All right. All right. This is gonna kind of go against my point, but I feel like if it's bang 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 shootout type of game, it might be Eagles, bro.
Yeah, I think they have more weapons that can be consistent throughout the rest of the game.
Only because, I say because
whereas the other ones are like highlights. Like
because
you got to just worry about
Jalen
that guy,
Hurts
that guy,
will be
that guy.
scary as hell for them trying to be chasing him, and if he's able to extend plays while also completing the passes, he's getting the extended plays. Then, like that will keep the Vikings off of them because Aaron was trying to run around too, but they were getting on his ass. I know Jalen's a better runner than him, but he's still better be on point too.
Hey, the defense is still there from the last couple of years for the Vikings.
D line was on him. That D line was woke, bro.
Yes, sir. Gifton, what do you got?
Eric
The
Kendricks is
Darius
going
Smith
crazy.
is a big deal, like we were mentioning.
You
Gifton,
see him
though.
at Aaron Rodgers doing a little crip walk stumble.
Yeah, I hate. Bro, he was trying to be all tough on Zadarius. Like Zadarius will pound you. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
All right,
he
go
was-
ahead, Gifton. Who you got though? Vikings or
I
Eagles?
definitely would have to take the Vikings on this one, man.
Oh, you guys are riding the
I think
Vikings,
I'm-
man.
They're
I'm
gonna-
taking the
they're
Vikings
doing-
on
they're
this
looking
one.
solid,
I mean,
bro.
they look really good.
So they're gonna win. They're gonna win 2 games on the road in a row. That's pretty impressive. That's something to take into
Game
account.
one was at home.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Game one was at home. Yeah,
Game one was home.
It was
Excuse
at
me.
home.
That's another game then.
Yeah.
I think it's no.
But-
Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, so I like the Eagles. They are definitely a
I
threat.
s- yeah.
I agree that it is gonna for sure be a shootout. I think the shootout's gonna come out to in Kirk Cousins' favor though, and I am not the biggest Kirk Cousins fan,
That's fair.
but I think they can get it, bro. They have the offensive tools to definitely do it, man.
It definitely impressed me.
Yes.
Their
was
offense
impressive,
impressed.
yes.
Here's the thing. It's a very simple coaching game plan. Give
Yeah.
it to Justin Jefferson.
Pretty much.
You fucking idiots.
Pretty
Like,
much.
just do that, bro.
Justin
I
Jefferson,
mean-
and
See,
then
hey,
KJ
you got to bring out that word when people are being stupid.
You fucking idiot.
People lose their jobs based off of it, bro.
That and when you got a guy like KJ,
they
in the
have
slot,
numerous weapons
like,
on the
bro,
Vikings,
it's-
though, honestly, bro.
because KJ's safe hands too.
Well, let's keep on talking about the same
All
division
reliable
here.
Thielen there too.
And
Yeah,
Adam Thielen, too.
He's there. But let's say within the same division when we're talking about the Vikings here, Bears at Packers. So in Lambeau here, the Bears slide in to Lambeau 1-0, while the measly Packers are 0-1. The Bears
This
were
might be
able.
more interesting than we thought it'd be.
Hey, honestly,
Yeah.
if these Bears win again, that
Yeah.
doesn't look too good for the Packers, and everybody's putting the Bears on the top because everybody loves the Bears for some reason. The Bears were able to take advantage of Trey Lance and the weather conditions to get the win behind David Montgomery's runs and Justin Fields' play action touchdowns.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
The Packers look to bounce back after having no chemistry on the offensive side to complement the talent on their defense. They went down to the rival Vikings. Now, here we go. Will the Bears see last week's tape on the Packers and take advantage of the Packers at home in Lambeau?
Yeah.
So at their home
Yeah.
is what I mean. So, Gifton, let's start with you. I think you haven't really gone into anything too yet, but Bears at Packers. How you feeling about that one?
See, this was a tough one because I talked to
Yes,
shout out to
kinda
Schmidt because we
is.
were talking about the game after. Playing in the weather when you live in California is fucking hard.
What do you
Playing
mean?
in-
Oh, when you go
when
somewhere.
you're
Okay.
living in California and you go to Chicago where the weather's usually cold, rain, sleet, snow. Of course, it's gonna be hard, and it's Trey Lance's first game
Yeah.
as a starter too. So okay, I'll shoot him some bail on that one.
Yeah.
As far as what I got winning this game, Aaron Rodgers, you better redeem yourself after this one, boy. 'Cause, oh my God,
You can't lose
if
this game.
Aaron Rodgers loses this game, bro,
Ooh.
he's about to get crucified.
All right, real quick question to follow up on what you're saying.
Yeah.
if he loses his second game, are the Packers out?
Yes.
So
Out of the playoffs?
it seemed like you were taking a.
You think they're out of the playoffs?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Okay, I'll tell you that out of the playoffs. No.
Going starting 0-2.
Yeah.
That's
they're
a
not
that's
out
a
of
hell
the
that's a
playoffs.
fucked up.
But they're
story.
not a 2 seed.
Nah, but they're,
But
they're not a
two TWO,
Yeah.
two TO
Yeah.
teams from their same division. That's tough. And one at home
I mean,
against the Bears.
they'll at least have to get a lick back on one of them because, like I said,
Here's the thing: he underreacted to Trey Lance's, performance, which I agree with. I think
Yeah.
that he
That's
could definitely
fair.
perform with. You're talking about weather conditions, and it's literally his first
He's not used to that.
kind
used
of
to
game
playing
that
in
he
the rain.
starts in a way.
yeah,
you
he's
know?
never played a
He's not
game
used
like
to the
that
rain.
at all, probably.
And that's all. And he showed some signs of like good shit. But hey, Justin Fields proved to be the better quarterback in that condition in that aspect.
He probably made it a point to play better than Trey Lance that day too, bro.
That's pretty
honestly,
crazy to think
'cause
about that Justin
yeah.
Fields beat Trey Lance because it was a really like toe to toe kind of
same
situation.
draft class though. That's what I'm saying. He
That's
probably
what's
took
up.
that shit
is
personal,
it though?
bro.
Because
Remember, it was a little bit of reports. They were thinking about taking Justin Fields in Trey Lance's spot at first, like for
Okay.
a little bit.
Well-
for a little bit.
Ew.
And then they switched it up.
Well, like I said with Gifton, like I'm glad that he underreacted to Trey Lance because that's how I feel about it too.
Yeah.
They're,
it's
they're
fair.
both good
It's really fair,
quarterbacks,
bro.
and like we were kind of mentioning about Justin Fields, like we feel bad for him, being in the
It's not
situation.
that I don't feel bad. Oh, for
No, yeah,
Justin
we
Fields
do.
being in Chicago, yeah. But
Yeah, they fucked him
but
off,
at the
bro.
end of the day, man, it's still the Bears.
You got the
Yeah.
Bears.
It's
Okay,
still the Bears.
I think I have the
got
Packers
I
on
got
this
the-
one.
I got the Packers because Aaron Rodgers has to redeem himself.
Oh, okay.
He has to win. If he loses this game, and it's not by like a field goal or something like that, he's finna get crucified.
Hey man, he talks about how much he owns the Bears and how long he's
Yeah,
been taking
see-
advantage of them. So I definitely
Yeah,
think
bro.
that he has to win this game. If he doesn't, that's why I was kind of thinking that you overreacted to the Aaron Rodgers like he wouldn't make the playoffs. But I would have to agree with that. I would say you're talking a lot of shit. A lot of things are coming
Yeah.
back to bite you in
No.
the ass. If you go
Better win this
0-2
game.
Bro, but
after
he-
all the things that you kind of doubled down on yourself,
remember last
it's not looking too
year,
good.
After he said that, the second time they saw the Bears, for like 3 quarters, the Bears were on his ass. They were
I'm telling
like
you.
it was literally like, cause it was like a Monday night game or something too. We thought it was like gonna be a game
whatever
that just
game.
yeah, we thought it was just
And
gonna
it
be
was
a game
on
to
his
piss off
ass.
at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then the Bears ended up actually showing up for that night. But obviously, yeah, the Packers were the fucking better team, so they pulled it out. But we were surprised at them showing what they showed.
If I can be a little bit more frank with the rest of the analysis,
Yeah.
the head coach is taking a lot of responsibility for it, the same way that Sean McVay was. With that being said, I expect them to run the fuck out of the ball, and if they don't, they
The
make
Packers?
no sense. Yeah, dude,
they should.
they
Yeah,
need to be
so
a
I mean,
run-centric
agree.
team,
I agree.
and then
I don't
Aaron
know why
Rodgers is
that's
the
what I'm
game
saying.
manager.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
With
yeah.
with the tools that they have.
Especially if
run
he's
the ball.
gonna piss and be an asshole to everybody who catches a ball and drops it. Like, yeah, just run it.
Yeah,
for,
dude.
like, be a
If
running
it's gonna
team
make
for
you like
now.
that, you got to work with what you have. You already
Yeah.
paid this guy. You better commit to him.
Yeah.
And dude, run the fucking ball. You have two
You
great.
have 2 running backs. That can be top.
Who you got in this
10.
one? I think you. I mean, you might have already said it.
No,
No, you
I
haven't.
didn't say.
Packers
I'm
at
'cause it's tough.
Bears at Packers.
It's tough because, like I said, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, you do need to win this game, Aaron. But because it's seeming like your past is coming back to haunt you, and like we said, you was talking shit about the Bears, you was talking shit all off season, and you laid an egg last week. You may not. Who knows if he'll be ready for the Bears, bro?
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard.
You know
but
what this reminds me
I'm gonna
of?
give Aaron the benefit of the doubt, bro. Packers, I'll go Packers, benefit of the doubt. But if you can't pull this one, bro, that's.
I hate that we all
Yeah.
went Packers. I
That's-
wanted somebody to pick the Bears so bad.
Yeah, you gotta
But
do unanimous.
go ahead. What were you
though.
saying?
Yeah,
Get-
Oh, unanimous.
You
Go
gotta
ahead.
do
yeah,
the
it's
double mark.
unanimous. It's unanimous, bro.
But what I was
because-
saying was,
Marco.
you know this remind. So you remember the year when Draymond and Clay was obviously hurt
Yeah.
for the Warriors, and everybody was fucking the Warriors up, and this is the revenge. No, this is the payback that Aaron Rodgers
The
is getting
Bears
for
coming to
being
get
so
their
dominant
leg
in the
back.
league.
It's not even the
Like everybody's spinning the block
Hey,
on Green
These is
Bay.
division opponents
What,
first, though,
what did
bro.
I say?
This
that
is
they
deeper.
took advantage
Yeah.
of the 49ers. Will they be able to take advantage of Aaron Rodgers and his lackluster offense?
Yeah.
They might be able to do that because that defense was looking pretty good
Yeah,
against
the
Trey
defense
Lance,
was-
making him scramble
Yeah,
a lot.
the defense was actually pretty good for Chicago. I was actually impressed by that. But let's get into the next one here.
I guess that new coaching did help.
Yeah. Patriots at Steelers.
This is for you, Stevie.
And man,
I didn't expect
after the dub that the Steelers had off a crazy game like that, I'm
Well,
still not
hold-
confident in Mitchell
Hold up.
Trubisky.
Let me bring it in.
Still don't like that
Classic
guy.
Patriot versus Steelers showdown. The Steelers are coming
Yeah.
off a win against the Bengals where the Steelers had 4 interceptions and 7 sacks as a defense against Joe Burrow,
Damn.
Joe Shiesty, Gittins guy. They
Yeah.
also lost
Shiesty
J.J. Watt for about 4 to
Yeah.
6 weeks, he
They
sounds
did?
like.
TJ Watt.
Oh, excuse me, T.J. Watt. My bad, I put
Fuck.
J.J.
Good, bro.
The Patriots are coming off of a loss, and it seemed like the offense just could not get in gear. Defenses. Here's the thing, man. I feel like if your offense is in good enough shape,
If the offense
you
struggles, the
really
defense
help
is gonna
out.
struggle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a correlation to that. So
I
I feel like the defense of the Patriots is definitely a lot better. But let me ask you guys this, and we'll start with Stevie because this is his team here. Can the Patriots get back on track against the Steelers?
Yeah, I believe we can, bro. Yeah, because like you said, last week wasn't really a good game. And also,
Hey, get in. Can I handle one of these
No, I
after?
got you.
for me being tapped in, from what I noticed, I know one of our core receivers, Kendrick Bourne, bro, played like a handful of snaps. And him and Mac Jones have a great connection. So why would you play him a handful of snaps? Obviously, I'm assuming it was something because. Oh no, I saw he came late to a meeting, so Bill Belichick only played him some snaps.
Okay.
Oh, that's what that was.
Robert Kraft I heard Robert Kraft gave some input, and now he wants that to be fixed though, because
That doesn't sound like the Patriot way.
Kendrick Bourne has a lot. Well, no. Wait, what do you mean?
It doesn't sound like the Patriot way.
What are you referring to?
In the fact that he's able to be disobedient, for lack of a
I
better
don't
word,
think
and
it's
he's
not- it's
getting
not- yeah, it's
punished
not-
the way that they usually punish people.
it's
The same way that they punished Malcolm Butler, I think it was,
it's
right?
not that, I hear you, but even punishing Malcolm Butler lost us a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
But that's the Patriot way.
Patriot way, okay, we lost that game.
It's a big deal.
Now, okay, that's fine. We lost the game. You benched him. You got your message across. Okay, so now we need to get things back in order and get things back on the program. He's a core. Him and Mac Jones have a great connection, and he's at least he's a wide receiver too, bro. He's our second best wide receiver.
Who's your first?
You can.
I feel like Kendrick Bourne is your Jacoby Myers.
I mean, it would yes, sorta, because he has more experience in the system. But now, I mean, now this year we'll see what's up.
Okay, so when I was watching the Patriots game, I just seen a lot of
And Miami's
good
defense is
pieces.
solid, bro.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's fine. I agree with that. But let me say this much: they didn't look like they were gonna do anything. Let me just say that much. But there were still good throws from Mac Jones,
Yeah.
and their running game. I'll give Bill Belichick the benefit of the doubt on the line in the running game.
Yeah.
They can protect, and he can make the right throws. It seems like Mac Jones at least can be a great system quarterback, a great one, and
I don't
multiple
disagree.
playoffs.
I don't disagree.
So when it comes to the Steelers at Patriots, so I'm gonna go with the Steelers, and this is why. Again, the offense wasn't clicking. I don't expect them to fix it within a week, especially against this type of defense. T.J. Watt isn't there, but they still have a great secondary.
Trubisky gonna do that much better, bro?
That is my only concern. And that's what I was gonna bring up. Again, that defense is what overwhelms it. But yes, one of the biggest questions is
It's gonna
Mitchell
be a defensive
Trubisky.
game, then.
Mitchell Trubisky underperformed, was really praised by Coach Tomlin, and with all these kind of chips on the table, he shit the bed. They had so many turnovers and so many sacks
And
that
barely
it should
won.
have been way much of a
With that
difference
many
of a
turnovers,
spread
bro,
than what it
you gotta
was.
win
You
by
think
at
it
least
should?
2-3 touchdowns.
You think it should have been a shutout against the Bengals?
No.
A shutout?
No.
I
They should have had more points.
They should have had like 30
They
plus
They should have had
points.
35 points.
And
Okay,
that's
okay.
being conservative too
Right.
because they had so many
5,
turnovers.
Like, 5+ turnovers, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
then all those sacks.
Yeah.
Joe still had a chance to win the game twice.
Yeah, that's
You're lucky
Well,
he didn't win.
They did recall like 2 of Jamar's touchdowns that he had.
Yeah.
That
But then the extra.
he lucky could have had him, but I mean, I feel
Minka
it.
blocking the extra point is really the
Nah,
nail,
Minka
bro.
blocking
Like,
that was fucking
if he doesn't block it,
insane,
the game's
bro.
over.
Yeah,
That's
Minka
Hey, that's
blocking
why
that
he's
was
getting paid the
insane.
that's
big
why he's
bucks.
the bag.
Definitely.
Gifton, who do you?
Shouts out to
Oh wait,
Fitzpatrick.
have you picked? Oh, you already picked the
I'm
Patriots.
Yeah, I'm running Patriots.
I got Steelers. Let's go, Gift man.
All right.
The gift.
He about to pick Mitch Trubisky.
No, if TJ Watt was still there, I'd have took Mitch Trubisky. But I honestly expect to see the real nitty gritty teamwork Patriots defense shut down Pittsburgh for
Yeah,
sure.
I think this is a defensive
I agree with Steven. This is gonna be a real defensive chess match. Here.
This is bro.
This
yeah,
is gonna
this is
be
gonna
a
be Bill and
real
Mike Tomlin.
defensive.
They
damn,
ain't seen
the
each other in a
camera
bit,
guy.
bro.
I don't
It's been
think
a
I
little
doubt
bit.
that part. I think that one will overwhelm Mac Jones though. If he had
Not without
some
TJ Watt.
sort of,
Not without
I don't
TJ
think
Watt.
they need TJ. Not for this game. In general, yes, of course they need TJ. For this game, I don't think so. You don't really have any skilled players
Who?
overall.
Who?
The Patriots. They don't really have any skilled players, and then
Okay.
they do have Jonnu Smith. Bro,
Okay.
I seen Jonnu do well when he gets the ball. They don't like to pass it to their playmakers. It feels like, or play him
I
right.
agree with you on that point.
They,
Yeah.
bro, this last game just wasn't it.
All right.
This last game wasn't it.
Well, that's against Miami
Yeah.
with Tua, and they lost.
Bro, we're not.
All right, let's get into
I
this
am not
last
here for the
one
Patriot
here.
slander.
Tampa Bay Bucs at the Saints.
I didn't do your Rams like that.
Hey, my Rams were bad. My Rams played like shit. But we're not talking about the Rams. We're already off them. Tampa Bay Bucs at the Saints. Buccaneers come off an easy one
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
where the
it is.
Cowboys had no chance, and the Saints come marching in with
Are they
a
the
last-minute
primetime
win.
game?
Yes, they're one of the primetime games. There's two
Ooh.
Monday night games for some reason. It's the Titans and a
Tampa?
good team. No.
Oh, that the Titans are playing.
Yeah, that they're
Keep
playing. They're playing a
talking,
good team.
I'll look it up.
And then they of course they have the Saints and the Bucks, or the Bucks at Saints. So you have Jameis Winston going up against his team that drafted him.
Oh, they're playing the Bills.
They're playing
bro.
the Bills. Yeah, the Bills are gonna.
Woo,
Kill them.
that's a-
Please
that-
tell me these
bro, that's
games
a
are not
fucking
playing at the
smoke
same
fest.
time.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to talk.
That's a
They're
fucking
happening
smoke
like an
show.
hour
So
between each other.
One game is at 4:15 and the other one's at 5:30.
exactly. It was about an hour. So but fuck that game because the Bills are gonna win that one.
Yeah.
Who wins the matchup between these two division foes, Tampa Bay Bucks or the New Orleans Saints, where they're playing at? I think I'll start with this one here. I have the Saints winning the division because Jabbo wins
changed
or
that?
Jameis Winston. Huh?
What changed that?
What do you mean? I didn't change it.
You didn't pick the Bucks to win the division?
I said that if Jameis Winston starts game one,
Oh yeah.
And even
did
if he
say
gets
that.
injured after,
yeah, he did say that.
I'm staying with the Bucks because I
I'd
want
say he
if
still
they
make
started.
the playoffs for sure.
They might make the playoffs. I think they win the division though, and they'll continue to prove that right now. Now, I think the Tampa Bay Bucks actually are the team. If they win this one at Saints, the team that they've been struggling with the past couple of years since Tom Brady's been there, that's going to be a real big thing that we should focus on when we're talking about the Tampa Bay Bucks and how good Tom Brady is.
Yeah.
With all the distractions, at 45 years of age, he's able to come in and win 2 games on the road
Yeah.
right off the bat in his season 45
Yep.
or in his age 45 season.
45,
That's something to really fucking think about when you're projecting the rest of that season and how it's going to go.
Yep.
Facts.
But let me get back to the Saints because I believe they're still going to win. The defense, the same way. For some reason, I'm loving defenses this week. Maybe it's because it's early in the season and they show off.
Yeah.
But that defense on that side just looks really good for the Saints as a whole. There's line problems for the Buccaneers. Michael Parsons was able to take advantage of that. I think that the Saints will be able to do that as well, especially with Cameron Jordan. And then I forget Armstead. There we go.
Oh, no, my bad.
No, that's off of
Yeah,
Steelers.
my bad. Sorry, I'm stupid.
And then you also have their secondary as well with Marshawn Lattimore and so on and so forth. Taysom Hill had a big deal for some reason.
Mario Davis had a good game, too.
Yep. And then at the same time,
solid,
Michael Thomas seems like he can get the touchdowns, maybe not the yards and the receptions, and can't get that much of a breakaway, but he can win your one-on-one matchups, it feels like.
I think that's just rest, bro, because Jarvis had
Let's hope.
7 for 100.
Like 160 or something like that.
It was like
it was a lot.
14, but no, he was going off, though. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm like, Jarvis was getting all those. So, I mean, I don't expect more than one other person to have yards like that.
Well, let's talk about
But
this
he
much.
got them red zone
to-
targets
to-
for sure.
Combined with what you're saying is I believe that, Jameis Winston's continuing to throw all those yards.
Yeah.
He's continuing to
He
do
couldn't
it.
do that with what they had for him last year,
Are
bro.
you paying Jameis Winston?
I think he's already paid, no?
It's just a 1-year deal. It's just
Oh.
a 1 year.
No, we have to see how this year goes, so I'll answer that later.
The year finish.
But
It's a
yeah,
one
no,
year.
I would have to see how his injury goes.
I just
all
thought
that kind of
it
stuff.
It was funny how how quickly you wouldn't pay Jalen Hurts, but I just wanted to see if you'd.
Because I like
about
Jameis
Jameis
Winston more than I like Jalen Hurts.
Winston can throw the football for sure.
Jameis is different on the throwing,
Yeah.
and he's different in leadership. Everybody likes him, bro.
He's throwing 5,000 yards.
He's
Jalen
funny.
Hurts can't say that.
That's a big deal.
Jalen Hurts can.
Did he really throw? No.
Yeah.
Last season?
His
Jameis
last
Winston?
year in
It was like
Tampa-
it was like
no, his last year in
5,000, 30, and
Oh,
30.
his last year
Yeah.
in Tampa.
Yeah.
He had
Damn,
30
last
touchdowns
year.
and 30
Bro,
interceptions.
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Throwing it, bro. Godwin and Mike Evans had both 1,000 yards that year for sure.
Wow.
They both had 1,000 yards, bro. He was
Fuck.
slinging that shit.
So again,
5,000
you see
yards.
Jameis Winston's type of potential. I think that he continues to roll,
Yeah.
and that I picked them to win the division. I think they continue to roll. But if Tom Brady wins this, that's super impressive, and I think that's something to be emphasized about.
That's fair.
Yeah. Man,
Who you got, Gifted?
I really like the Saints, especially after the comeback game that they had against Atlanta.
Yeah.
To win by 1, that was very impressive. But it's really hard for me to go against Tom Brady, man. It's really hard for me to go against. I've lost so much money betting against Tom Brady, so I gotta take the Bucs. on this one.
Got to take
And
the
it's
Bucs.
not because I lost all that money. That's Thomas Jefferson Brady.
No,
I know it's been a name, not Jefferson, but that's what I've been
middle
saying
name
for
is
like.
Michael.
Who cares? It's Jefferson to me. Anyway,
Thomas Edward.
but
Thomas Edward.
It's
What's his
just-
real name?
Yeah, that nigga.
Thomas.
Yeah,
His
his
real
middle
name is
name's
Thomas.
Edward
Yeah,
too.
his middle name is
I
Edward.
think he
Thomas
got like 2
Edward.
middle
Thomas
names,
Edward,
bro.
Thomas Edward something Brady.
Yeah,
Bryce
I think,
Brady.
Yeah, I think it's
Some-
Edward Michael,
something
bro.
like that,
or
yeah,
some shit.
but
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's hard for me to go against Tom Brady.
I
Man.
feel you.
It's hard.
So you think John Brady's is gonna be the difference?
I said Tom Brady's pretty much gonna gatekeep that division, and
I liked
kinda
how
stand
Julio
on
was
that one.
playing.
I did like how
Told
Julio
you.
was playing.
Hey, we all said that. Julio was
I
playing
did
well.
like how
Yeah,
Julio was
that was
playing,
great.
for
That was a
sure.
great look.
Still
for
no
him, for
Chris
sure,
Godwin,
bro.
and you got
Well,
Julio in the
he-
cut
he-
like
Definitely
that.
good pickup.
They probably rushed him. He probably came back too early, bro.
How about you, Stevie? Who you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with the Bucks too, bro.
Bucks at Saints.
I think Tom is gonna make it a point to really try and win this game because, like we've said, he has not beaten this team in the regular season since he's been in Tampa, which is probably one thing. Like,
Wild to think that.
on
You got to get that off your shoulder, huh?
yeah, bro. Like, and even in the last game when they got shut out, bro, they were. I think wasn't it the last game when they got shut out last year, or was it just?
Dude,
a
that'd be
close game?
crazy. I know that one
There was
game
a
that they
game
got
were
pretty much
sh-
shut
yeah,
out.
but they're
I forget which one it was.
Whatever whatever their second game was last year, it was pretty close, and Tom got heated. It was intense. I think that was the game when he like threw the tablet and whatnot, bro. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think he might have had New Orleans on his mind, bro. Yeah, not Minnesota. I
Who
keep
was
saying
that?
Minnesota, bro.
'Cause you
Fucking
love
Kirk
them.
Cousins.
You love that
And them
team.
Purple pants.
They got you $20
I think Tom's
of
coming.
my money.
He might be coming in. He might be coming with a like mindset like, yeah, this is the Super Bowl only because
The
I need to
Super
kill
Bowl with
Not-
the
bro,
Saints? Okay,
not
okay,
like-
with the Saints at their house,
to, like,
okay.
Hey,
like-
yo.
like with the way
Maybe.
with the way he's gonna have to
Hey,
play, bro. He
yo.
can't. It's not like he can piss off on his defense either.
No.
They don't. He know they don't play.
Over under 2 interceptions for Tom Brady. I feel like he throws 2.
Under.
I'm gonna go under.
I feel like he throws 2.
That's the most fucking OG calculated quarterback in the game right now. You think he's going over?
I think he just has 2.
Okay.
I said over under 2. I'll say 1.5 because I always fuck up with that.
Oh, so
Well,
like a deflection?
You want to do $10 on that?
I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take that bet, bro.
10
Because the
bucks on
Saints,
under?
the
Ooh.
Saints,
No, $10 that
I
he
said
throws 2 interceptions, and if he doesn't throw 2 interceptions,
I wouldn't take that bet because again, like him and like because these boys are division rivals. Even last year, Tom was saying some shit in the interview, and he was like, "Oh, the defense is like running with their chickens cut, like running with their heads cut off or something like that, bro. Because he could just do what he wanted or whatever."
I'm
bro.
going to listen to
And
my
he
new
said
bet on
that.
financial
He
you.
said that right before he played the Saints.
you
though.
asshole.
He said that right before he played the
Bro,
I'm
like
listening to
within
my new betting
weeks.
advisor.
They were
why are you
like-
advising him, bro?
They were like, nah.
Take your
bro.
own bets.
They smoked that nigga after that though.
He could have
Like,
left
it's-
him make his own decision.
He can make his own decision.
He
but
did.
I would say,
But with your help.
2 interceptions. I think he could still throw 2 interceptions and still win the game though. If he throw more than 2 interceptions, nah, bro.
I don't think he's going to win the game if he
I'm
throws
not
2
betting.
Because Jameis Winston.
Jameis can still throw a pick too, bro.
Yeah, but Jameis
Come on.
Winston still will just score.
Now unless
Score.
now the Bucs corners the Bucs secondary is about to get tested for sure
Yeah.
because
Hey, Michael Thomas.
because they got some
Chris Olave.
they got some stuff for him. The
I'm more
Bucs
worried about
secondary
Chris
is
Olave
definitely
than
about to
Michael
get tested.
Thomas.
What?
Michael Thomas.
Michael
only
Thomas
had,
had a better game.
he had
Why are
like
you worried
99
about Chris
He had
Olave?
99 yards.
Why are you worried about Chris Olave?
Chris Olave had like 26 to 60, I think.
What?
Chris Olave had like 2 catches.
Yeah, he only had like 2-3 targets. Period, bro. What
I
do
don't
you
think
mean?
Michael Thomas is. We don't really got to worry about Michael Thomas.
You're talking about 2 touchdown
don't-
game
We don't gotta worry
to
about-
nothing.
We don't got to worry about Michael Thomas.
No. Hey, I hope it becomes the same thing that I was saying about Von
Hey,
Miller.
if they
Shit.
get into the red zone, you better worry about him.
Let's wrap this bitch up.
I was gonna say I'm more worried about Jarvis Landry than him, but all right. And as always,
Chris
Hey, man.
Chris Olave's gonna put the
Episode
books on him.
94 in the books.
94.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
baby.
How many minutes are we in,
We
Gifton?
are an hour and 1 in. Like an hour and 1
Pretty
minute
good.
in. Pretty
Told you
good.
they would
Pretty good on the
last,
1
bro.
hour.
That one died a couple minutes ago. But
Oh.
yeah, it's all good. I kept y'all on that one. But as
Good work.
always, give me one more round of applause for our guy Adam coming through. Shout out Adam.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks for hitting the
Appreciate
school.
you, man.
Always welcome
We got to
back
get
to
you back
school.
on when we got the MMA shit going.
And
definitely-
as
thank you for coming
always,
out,
if
my
you
guy.
like this video, go ahead and share that like button. Bust down those comments. Shout
All
out
the
to
way
the
down.
subscribers.
Tell them.
Sir.
And remember, support you.
Y'all have a good night,
Let's get
everybody.
it.
Episode